All right, well, a global call to stop artificial intelligence in its tracks. That is what's happening right now as groups and cities around the world demand action to regulate AI today. This is all happening a week before an international AI summit takes place. Now, one of those protests happening right here in the Bay Area in San Francisco, and that's where NBC Bay Area's Ginger Conejero Saab is for us this midday. So, Ginger, this all coincides with a big update from OpenAI.
That is true, Marcus, but this protest doesn't specifically have anything to do with the updates that are announced today. That was a bit of a coincidence. The protest happening behind us outside of OpenAI headquarters here in San Francisco, because as many of us know, OpenAI is a major player in the artificial intelligence space. Now, there are several things happening this morning, so let's start with that announcement from OpenAI. About an hour or so ago, OpenAI began with announcing its latest updates. They are anticipated to be ChatGPT and GPT-4 updates and possible voice assistance capabilities. Protesters here are not completely concerned with OpenAI's announcements today. They say they are within the realm of AI's existing capabilities. Now, here's Pause AI Executive Director Holly Elmore. She's explaining what concerns this group has is the dangerous difference between artificial narrow intelligence and artificial general intelligence.
But the basic difference is, so for instance, there have been, AIs that play chess better than any human for many years, but those are narrow intelligences because that's all they do is play chess. An artificial general intelligence is smart in the same way that human beings are smart, so like a creative and flexible intelligence. We can approach sort of any task and figure out how to do it. So that's the appeal of general intelligence, right? That's why OpenAI and others want to make it, is for this powerful general problem-solving ability. But that's also the danger, because we don't know exactly what it's going to do.
And that's exactly what they are sounding the alarm for. This group that's here is made up of maybe a dozen or so people now. They say they're not your typical group of protesters, but they do care enough to be here and sound this alarm. One man coming all the way from Missouri, picking up some friends along the way to support Pause AI's protest and driving home the message that we all need to take a moment to pause from AI and learn more. That is the main message that's happening here this morning. Now, the international summit happens next week. That is what this protest is originally scheduled to voice out against. That's happening in Korea on May 20th. There, these protesters are asking for an international treaty of sorts to get leaders on board and on the same page. At the same time this morning, San Francisco Supervisor Dean Preston also holding a hearing on artificial intelligence at City Hall with regards to AI and the upcoming local elections. So there's a lot of talk of AI here this morning. Of course, all of this impacting us in the very near future, Marcus.